Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 5 trades. Today's date is October the 20th and I'm using my new Super Trader system. Now today I had some distractions and I had to leave, like do something away from the computer. So on this first trade right here, I was profitable, but I tightened up my stop, as you can see, stop loss, and it spiked down and kicked me out. So that's the problem once, like if you leave the computer, especially for these future pairs, you got to put in a stop. But, you know, things like this still happens. And just looking at the totals here, even with this loser, I still have well over 100 pips for today. And hopefully you traders who are on my email list is getting some value from my daily trade plan. Here it is here. You'll be getting an email with this write-up in it, daily trade plan, which will be free for the last 2 weeks of October. And within the plan, there's going to be well over 20 instruments that are analyzed. Let me see. You got to follow the rules within either the Super Trader system or whatever system you are using. You know, as I say right here, better to wait for a pullback for a better, you know, trade entry. There will be a lot of trading opportunities, and there's 4 different ranges here. All you got to do is read from 1 to 4, follow the recommendations. I like to work on the workhorses, these Forex pairs, that's what I call them, workhorses, as they pump out the most number of pips on a daily basis. And of course, these are the instruments, the futures, and what I also trade. Be very careful with this DAX 30. I traded it today, and it was a winner, and it paid out quite a lot for a very, very short move. Keep in mind, like S&P 500 and Dow Jones, the 30-year bonds is $5 a pip. Russell gold and oil is $10 a pip. NASDAQ is $20 a pip. And this DAX, I double checked it, and it looks like it pays $37.50 a pip on the MT4 platform. So let's get into these trades. And before I close this, all you got to do is click on this link right here, and you'll see 6 videos on how to use, on 6 separate days, how to use the daily trade plan. Okay, moving right along. Did have a loser on this NASDAQ. It was definitely a winner. And of course, I'm looking at the daily trade plan. It says watch for a bullish trade. And that's exactly what I did. I should have closed it out. But and I would have closed it out if I wasn't away from the computer. So the system did qualify for a great way to trade. Everything was screaming. The higher time frames, all the way from the monthly. I call it drilling down the lights. It was saying to buy. There's the arrow, so I bought it. At one point, I was way up there. I was a real lot, and I wish I caught it. That was like 40 pips, and down to here, it spiked down here and actually kicked me out. So that's the way trading goes. I lost 10 pips, not a big deal. And 10 pips on, remember, NASDAQ is $20 a pip. So that's why I ended up losing, or negative $2,020. Anyhow, that's the way trading goes when you have distractions. Sometimes it works in your favor, and other times it will go against you. Not a big deal though. Let's try this gold. Let's see where I got in. First of all, let's drag and drop it up. Higher time frames, there's the arrow. Did qualify for a great way to trade. Lots of blue boxes. What else can I say? Took the trade. I wish I closed it up here, but remember I said I had to do something away from the computer. But no big deal. One point I was down 62 pips. I ended up closing out looks like 16 pips, and at $10 a pip, you can see that's why I ended up with $1,650. And even on my daily trade plan, it did say watch for a bullish trade, and it was preferred. So there was plenty of pips there to be had. Okay, Euro Aussie. The rest of these three, I sold it. There's the arrow, higher time frame, saying to sell. Red boxes, the system. Did qualify for a great way to trade. Too many things saying to sell. I knew it could go back to the goal line. Went against me 9 pips, and I closed it out again, being happy with, let's see now. Let's go with 30 pips. 30 pips on the Euro Aussie paid $2,329. Moving on to the Euro New Zealand. Another one that did qualify for a great way to trade. The higher time frames was suggesting to sell. The system was sell. Boxes. Let's see where I got in at. Didn't go much against me, just the way I like all my trades to go. It was 5 pips against me, and looks like I closed it out being happy with 54 pips, and 54 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $3,886. And by the way, within the daily trade plan, both of these two, Euro Aussie, Euro New Zealand, said watch for the bearish trade preferred. In other words, can you imagine if you just did like one standard lot on either one of these? You would have ended up making a lot, well, around $230 here and $380 there. So you're going to get and find a lot of trades. Not all of them, because I can personally guarantee you some of them will be hitting against support or resistance, and no matter what the higher time frame says, it will not break through, and in other words, it'll do a pullback, and that pullback could be 50 to 100 pips. So remember, you have to have trade management and money management in order, and that's just the way trading goes. So moving on to the one that to be honest with you, I was somewhat nervous about it because I knew that this was going to pay a lot, the DAX, the German DAX 30. So let's go take a look at it. Here it is. Had to think twice before I pulled the trigger. And I'm glad I did, because look, it doesn't have to move a lot, but you're going to get paid a lot. But you got to make sure that you're on the right side of the trade. If the pound pairs or any of the future pairs like gold and oil and whatnot, NASDAQ, if they freak you out, this will be like 3 or 4 times more freaking you out. So remember that. Let's see now. DAX, higher time frames was saying to sell. At the time, this huge pullback up, and that is why I'm glad I'm out of the trade, because just as easy as I could make a lot, I could have lost a lot. And that's why the blue boxes are in now, because of this big move back. Okay, so drag and drop it up. I was hesitating on taking it, but I was quite sure, 95%, it was going to come at least to this area of support. And that's all I was interested in getting on this trade. Pull the trigger right here. Close it out at this cursor. Let's go with 160. Remember, that's 160 So that's 163 pips. And those 163 pips or ticks, whatever you want to call it, paid $6,187. So we can do the math on that. It was 61.87. So let's go 61.87 divided by, what did I say, 163 approximately, divided by 163. There you go. I checked it the last time I checked it. It was $37.50 a pip. So as I said, be very careful with the DAX 30. Now if your system, wait a second, let's see. Pip total, pips and ticks. I just did the math. And the pips total for today was 253 pips. And those 253 pips, ticks, whatever you want to call it, for the futures, paid out $12,032. If your system is not producing on a daily basis like the Super Trader, I suggest you get your hands on it. To do so, all you have to do is look right below this video, and you'll see this right here, my Super Trader system. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. You have to master this or you will always struggle to succeed. Now my system comes with well over 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It includes 5 MT4 templates, 12 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now I threw in as a bonus a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. This will certainly open your eyes as there's a lot of education within this bonus stuff that I'm giving you. Now there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 45 training videos. My number one and best way I love trading is a great way to trade. I think 4 out of the 5 did qualify for that. Now, and this one video right here is 50 minutes long, and I give you a lot of tips and tricks on how to backtest using the trading simulator. In one weekend, you can do the equivalent of 1 year's worth of trading, and that really should speed up your learning curve. All I know is after 4 weeks of using this, I got much better as a trader. Now you can put this on pause, read everything here. If you have any questions, simple, pick up the phone and call me. If you live too far, simple, just shoot me an email. There's an underscore right here, don't forget that. Now I do prefer Skype, made it easy for you. Just click on this link and we'll have Skype connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session and answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks. And keep in mind there's no obligation to you. Now if you click on this link right here, you'll see 35 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day and video, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.